up, Inkie peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and today, excuse my hands, I've just filmed a very painty video and I'm on a roll, so I'm gonna keep on filming. Today I'm introducing you to a new project that I thought might help inspire you to pull out some of those unfinished projects that we all have buried in the back of our craft storage or sat proudly on a shelf, but every time we look at it we kind of go, ooh, I have to finish that. So this album is my honeymoon album, and Aaron and I, we got married on a Saturday and I actually went back to work on Tuesday because it was school report time and I couldn't have time off with report writing. Plus I was only temporary, so I didn't really have any leave. And so we actually did our, we call it a mini moon. We went to Melbourne for a week the year after. So this album is all about that trip, and it's one of the first scrapbooking projects that I actually did ever. If you go back onto my Inkie Quill channel, some of my first Project Life videos are this album, and I think there's some also on the Scrappery YouTube channel that are from this album. And there's a couple of things I love, a couple of things I don't love, and it's not finished. So this is before I did 12 by 12 layouts, so it's only Project Life. And then a couple of years later I have done several 12 by 12 layouts. And are we going to knock over some paint water here? Very possible. Let's just, so I'm not used to having the 12 by 12 albums on my desk anymore, they're so giant. Yeah, so a couple of years later I have done some 12 by 12 layouts and put them in here as well, but essentially it's mainly Project Life. So I think we went to Melbourne maybe for 6 days, possibly, I want to say 6 days, and of course I collected ephemera galore. One thing about this album that I hate is the way that the photos are printed. So this is ephemera that is not sorted, it's just a hodgepodge of things. There's even like a magnet in there, who knows what's in that. Well, that's for future Adele to worry about. There's no title page, and the photos have been printed on my old printer, which is really bad quality. So we're starting with day 3. Hang on, I don't think you can see the whole thing. Let me move this over a bit. And wow, I really have forgotten how much space 12 by 12 pages take up. I'm just going to pop something under there to help the glare on both of these. There we go, that should help for now. So apparently we're starting with day 3. Who knows why. I love the way that this looks. I love the embellishing, I love the filler cards. Some of the photos are not great quality. These ones seem to be pretty alright. I think, yeah, these ones seem to be okay, but some of the other ones are not, and I'll show you in a moment what I mean. In this album I did use a lot of the, like these Heidi Swap, I think they were called panoramic, yeah, panoramic, were they Heidi Swap? No, they're Becky Higgins. I don't know why I thought they were Heidi's. Panoramic page protectors, which were really handy because they had a little fold out section. So I love the way this looks. I don't want to change any of this. I've included ephemera, I've included business cards and information, but there's no journaling. No journaling at all. So I want to add journaling somehow. I also think I need to reprint some of the photos. So here's this page, that's all looking so good. And then we have a million photos just shoved in a pocket because I haven't sorted them yet. And some of those, especially the portraits, like this one of Aaron and I, is, the quality of it is shocking. So I think I will reprint some of them, not all of them, not the ones that I've already embellished on top of, but if there's photos that I haven't used yet that have got people in them, I think I'll reprint them. I did start to put my ephemera into different page protectors, which was really handy. So this is day 1, which is the flight and exploring. But I don't want it in these page protectors. I want it integrated into the pockets. Day 2 apparently has nothing. It could have a lot of stuff in that first one, or I might have already done it. Day 3, I've even got some chopsticks. Day 4 was a big one. We went to, is it in here? We went to the, oh, it's not in here. We went to the aquarium and the zoo, and it was really, really fun. I definitely want to take Archie down to the zoo. We've got our boarding passes, and then we've got apparently something called Next Time. These might have been places that I'd wanted to go to next time. And then, oh, we seem to have an introduction page here. So maybe that page is just not where it's supposed to be. I don't know. So this is apparently the introduction page, which is quite cute. It's a little orange, I will admit. I think I need some gold glitter hearts and just a few little details to kind of jazz it up a little bit. I do like the shaker pocket and the overlay. So this I know is a YouTube video for the Scrappery, because I've used their kit. I think. Oh, now this, look at this photo quality. It's shocking. You see how grainy and just terrible that is. So I printed these on my home printer, and yeah, they're not great. So photos like that and that, I know I've stuck something on there, but that's easy to cut off. And that one I want to redo because they're way grainier than these front ones. They make these ones look good. Yes, these ones I can tell are printed on a normal home printer. These ones I think are Picture-Mate, so they're okay. These ones are not. So then we go on, and there's no journaling, or, oh, there is a little bit. There's a teeny bit of information. But I kind of would like to also get Aaron to do some journaling about his thoughts. This is so thick, it's ridiculous, so that needs to come off. It's so chunky. I don't know if you can see how chunky it is, but it's huge. So I don't want to redo everything, but there are parts that I just want to jazz up a little bit. This was I'm pretty sure this was actually a double page layout that I did on YouTube for my Inspiration at Home series, and I got inspiration from a Parisian map art print that I have. I remember this one. I love this page and I love this page, but like I said, these were done later after I was planning on making this album just Project Life. So there's probably some pictures that I would like to do actual layouts for. So we've got this one here, oh, stuck together, and then boarding information, a little welcome to Melbourne. I love this. I love this kind of thing, like a smaller page protector. It's a very El Crapo page protector, so we might change that for a bit of a nicer one. We've arrived. See, I've made a really good start, but I think I've only done the first 2 days, and you know me, a 5-day trip has an entire album. I love this. This just has a whole lot of photos in it, so I kind of want to add some labels and add a little bit more information about things. These could probably be in a better page protector or with some paper behind them possibly. This is a layout. It's such a bad photo. Oh, it's printed out horribly. I might be able to peel off bits and replenish that, because it's a very, very bad quality photo. And then there's another random selfie. But see, I've got that there and there, so I don't need it twice. So I need to go through and pick if there's some photos that I'd prefer to have layouts of. These are printed so horribly you can't even see really what's happening in those photos. They're so dark. So this is day 2. More of day 2. I used a lot of overlays, which I really liked. Still on day 2, but I haven't written what we've actually done, and this was 5 years ago, so the memories are getting hazier, but with Aaron's help I might be able to remember some of the things. And then we go on to, I love the red of this page. Night out. Oh, we met up with a friend, went to Chinatown. I like this page too. I love this card. I thought just went so well with it. So I'd reprint some of these again, and then try and work out from, reprint all of those, try and work out what happens next. So is that, I think that's day 2, and then maybe day 3 comes along. This I think is day 2. Some of the really cool graffiti down in Melbourne. But yeah, so this is going to be a Patreon exclusive project that I'm going to work on. And I think I'm actually going to plan some Patreon only live streams so that I can sit down and work on it with you guys. I probably will aim to have those in maybe September or end of August, September. I'll see how I'm traveling. But let me know, what is one unfinished project that you want to finish? And we might set a bit of a challenge to ourselves. What if we say we're going to live stream at the second half of August sometime, okay? In that time, choose one unfinished project that you want to work on. Don't finish it before August. Leave it until the live stream, but collect any supplies that you might need. Make yourself like a little mini kit of things that you might want to use for the project. So I actually do have, I forget what, is it basic? Could even be basic grey. There was a city collection that was purples and yellow and orange, and I had a lot of that stuff set aside, and I actually have a mini kit somewhere. It's probably hidden in a box that I haven't unpacked from moving yet. But make yourself just a small container of bits and pieces that you'd like to use on this project, and choose a project that you want to get finished. And we might do a couple of separate Patreon exclusive live streams and work on our projects together and kind of help each other out with any problems that we come across. So for example, my problem number 1 is the photo quality for some of those photos. So I'm going to make sure before the end of August that I reprint any photos that I need to have done, and that I put them in the order of the days, so that when I sit down to scrap with you guys, I've got that part done so that I've just got the making. So if there's anything you need prep to do, if it's photocopying documents that you want to put in there, if it's printing photos, screenshotting Facebook posts while you were somewhere, or while, I don't know, it doesn't have to be a travel project, it can be any unfinished project that you've got. Just make sure that you've got all of the big things done, so you've got no excuses to jump in and try and finish it off when it gets time to. So I hope you like this little peek into the album. I wanted to show you guys now before we really jump into it, just to kind of like stir up your mojo for finishing off projects, because they just accumulate. Every year there's a new one to add to the pile. So I'm hoping to do this year. This is my unfinished project that I'm going to work on the side and kind of try and get it done in big binge sessions. And then next year I think I might work on my 2015 project life, but I'm going to do it a little bit different, and I think I'm just going to print all the photos and have barely any filler cards. I'm still working on that kind of plan in my head, but yes, so let me know what your unfinished project is. Start working on kitting up your supplies, and once I know a date, probably end of July, I'll let you know a date for our Patreon exclusive stream, and I probably will make it a longer, like a 6-hour stream as well. So Get searching. I know you've got a project hiding somewhere. There's always one hiding somewhere. And if you don't, if you're on top of things and, sorry about the shaking, if you're on top of things and everything's done, you are fabulous. Choose something, maybe a mini album that you'd like to start, or maybe a project that hasn't been started per se, but maybe like a holiday that you took 10 years ago that you've never documented and you'd like to try and document it. Something that isn't finished that has been driving you crazy. Alright guys, I will see you all in the next video very soon. Bye!